Dick Marshall is an unbelievably talented visual storyteller.
He has a real care about the story. He has a cinematic approach.
He never misses a shot. He gets every visual you might possibly imagine.
Dick is the kind of guy that always shows up early. He is prepared. He's got extra gear. He just doesn't know any other way to do it other than doing it right.
Bill did seem a tad testy, but I sensed that if I showed him I was just a friend who meant no harm, we could work out this problem.
Now let's be reasonable. No. It's not reasonable, Bill. Come on.
It's windy.
Even more important for me as a reporter, Dick always cared and always tried to understand the issues that we were covering. Dick always wanted to talk through what we were covering, what we expected to see, the important issues we meant to highlight in the story.
I met Dick when we were both photographers at Cairo. I'm taking some credit for Dick's 50 years because at his retirement party 15 years ago, I sat down and said, I need you to come work with me at the UW.
I met Dick Marshall in 1987. I was one of the news photographer interns at Cairo TV. He was a great instructor. Fast forward 35 years, and we're working together at UW Video. He is an amazing videographer, and he's always teaching the rest of the crew.
If you're lucky enough to be a fellow crew member of Dick's on a production, you're learning something no matter how many years of experience you have. He's always got something new, another trick up his sleeve, and another tip to hone our craft.
I wanted the best people available to work with me, the best photographers, the best editors, and I always wanted to work with Dick. Dick was always on top of my list. Could I get Dick to shoot this?
It's fight time!
For this great video on the UW Boxing Club, Dick had to move like he was covering breaking news at Cairo. When we worked on a piece about the UW marching band, who would have thought to put a GoPro on a trombone slider? But Dick did. We also worked on a kids' TV show called
Brainworks!
And he got some wonderful shots that really added energy. When he's not working, he's found time to volunteer in the community and to help friends in need.
Dick seems like the kind of guy that always wants to help other people first. He looks out for other people before himself even, I think, and he's willing to give his time to do that. Our friend Keith was diagnosed with cancer, and he was struggling to keep up with yard work around his house. So I got some guys, Dick and a couple other guys together, and I said, would you guys be willing to go help him out? Because I'm sure he needs some help with his yard work, even though he's too proud to ask for help. Dick was very vocal about it. He wanted to help Keith.
Dick and I were on the way home after a very long day in Wenatchee. The weather was great in Wenatchee, but we ran into a sudden, incredible blizzard at the top of Blewett Pass. All the traffic was stopped. State Patrol wouldn't let people go unless they had chains. Dick had chains, put them on the car. Looked behind us, there was a lone woman in a small car. She had chains, but there was no way she was gonna put these chains on. And it was Dick who crawled under her car and got her chains on so she could get across the pass as well. She was on the way to visit a sick daughter in the hospital. Dick was about more than getting the story, more than proving that he was a great photographer. Dick is a person who cares about humanity. And that's why I always remember that story.
I think it is remarkable that Dick has had such a long, storied, and successful career. The fact that Dick still enjoys what he's doing and that he does it with such ease and he still has such great positive energy in everything he puts into it. After 52 amazing years, Dick, that is awe-inspiring. I wish nothing but the best for the future for Dick Marshall. He is devoted to his wife, his family, sons, and his grandkids. Dick, being inducted into the Gold Circle is truly a lifetime achievement, and no one deserves this more than you.